Certainly a bit windy here today, and a little bit chilly, but kind of happy to be out of the house for a change. Hello world, Unkle Heavy. Today I'm on location in Niagara County, New York. Just kind of wanted to bring you around my local neck of the woods to some of my happy places. Nothing really spectacular, but very cool to me. No tickets really required today, and I'm certainly not looking to get in any trouble. Would you come along?
Camcorder. Mine! No way!
This is Gratwick Park. This is a place I frequent often in my downtime to gather my thoughts, to relax. I like to walk along the river. A little bit of trivia about this park. When I first started vlogging, what I used to do is I'd come to this park and I would basically vlog the park just to get my vlog voice going, and I would document silly things. I'd be like, you know, give my intro. Today I am at Gratwick Park again, and we're going to look at trees, and I would do an entire vlog of just the trees. I did a vlog on the garbage cans here, and it was all in fun just to practice and get my voice going and develop that vlogging personality that I have. Maybe one day I'll release those. I do still have them all. They all are quite silly. I look back at them in fond memories, and that's what makes this place kind of special for me. A little bit of Unkle Heavy trivia there. I'm not seeing any kind of tape closing off park benches or playground equipment like in some of the vloggers I follow. Yes, so here's the sign that's basically closing off the equipment. Courts and athletic fields are closed. Okay. I will not be going on the athletic fields then. You can see the Niagara River. Very choppy. Looking across there, that's not Canada. That's actually New York State. It's called Grand Island. Almost like the ocean here. Just as a disclaimer here, guys, in New York State, we are currently allowed to go out for exercise during the day. I'm out here by myself, as you can see, and I will be practicing proper social distancing anywhere I go from here. And I have hand sanitizer in the car and a mask. I'm basically going to be staying away from the populated areas, because these are places I generally go to when I need to clear my thoughts, when I need peace, and most of the time they're not very heavily populated. This is a fishing dock that you can go out to. If you look at those buildings and those towers, that's Niagara Falls. We are upriver from Niagara Falls, so keep going that way. You'll go over the falls. Okay, a little bit of a location change here. Now I'm at Niagara Park. Starting the filming from inside the car because I'm telling you guys, it's cold out there still. The sun shines out, but that wind coming off the river is brutal. But wanted to start the shot with the Radisson here. That's still Grand Island across the river from us, and yeah, that Radisson over there is famously haunted, and I do have it on a list of things I want to vlog in the future, so here's a little teaser for you guys. Just getting the outside shot here of Niagara Park. Do the nice pan around the Niagara River, Grand Island across. I just did get passed by a jogger. This place is quite empty. It's still really beautiful here. making me feel good to walk out here today, because getting a little stir crazy being indoors all that time. It's nice to see. I mean, you see a lot of people parked in their vehicles enjoying the view, but staying in where it's safe and out of the weather. One thing I am noticing, I had just walked past a jogger coming the other way, and of course we were keeping proper distancing. I can't say that enough. We're out here practicing social distancing, and it seems like people as a whole in a society seem far more friendlier, like we're all in this together, and I like that. These are just my thoughts that I'm recording, but I'm liking that. I'm feeling this sense of pride that we can come together during a rough time and just kind of give each other a nod and a smile and say, like, yeah, we all know what we're all going through, and we'll get through it. I'm glad I came out here today, because it gets kind of lonely. I mean, my wife is home with me, but it still gets kind of lonely not interacting with people. I'd never suspected it to be like that. Looks like the river's a bit on the high side today. These are boat launching ramps. Typically they go right down to the end of those docks. So you can see it's crashing over. Even some seagulls. Not entirely sure you guys can tell, but I'm speaking kind of loud to compensate for the wind noise here, and it's making my throat a little bit sore, and I really want to cough right now, but I'm scared because there's people parked in cars. I don't know, nowadays it seems like you can't cough. This is Old Man River here, basically a frozen custard stand. Hope to see it open soon. A little bit further upriver now. This is Isleview Park. This is one of the more secluded areas that I really like to come when I need to get away from the world. It's not a very well-known place, so it's kind of nice to come to, so I wanted to bring you all here because not much to it, but it's really peaceful and quiet. Coming up on what I like to refer to as my park bench. This is where I come. I sit on this bench here. And I just relax. Look out on the river there out on Grand Island. Just take it all in. From this view, getting a nice shot of that's called the Grand Island Bridge. More specifically, the South Grand Island Bridge. There are two bridges that go on and off Grand Island. That's the south one. Now, as we come over the arch of the bridge, you can see the buildings of Niagara Falls in the background, but this is Grand Island here. Now, this is kind of a sad story. If you look out onto the right, you're going to see a really small amusement park called Fantasy Island. A couple roller coasters, some water slides, Ferris wheel. I just got word that they've been sold and that they're not going to be opening this year, and that's kind of a disappointing because it was a really cute little amusement park in the area. This is definitely one of my favorite places to come because it's kind of hidden in plain sight. If you have ever been to Niagara Falls, you've traveled in what used to be called, it'll always be the Robert Moses Parkway, but I believe it's the Niagara Scenic Parkway now. You've gone past this area. This is a little overlook on the side of the highway where you can stop and take a look at the river. It is the inlet point for the hydroelectric plant on the Niagara. Now I'm going to give myself a shameless plug here. If you did not see my vlog on the Power Vista, you need to add it to your watch list because it's a really cool place. But essentially, there are two 25-foot tunnels that tap into the Niagara River right here. And those two 25-foot tunnels bypass Niagara Falls, which is about 2 miles, not even 2 miles that way. I'll get a shot later, you can see the mist, but the falls are right there. This allows the Power Authority to completely bypass Niagara Falls. It's kind of cool. If you look, there is one of two towers located here, and they're significantly tall. I'd put that at about 5 stories. Okay, what they are essentially are two valve control buildings. So here's the one I'm closest to. This is one of two valves, and I'm simplifying this, please understand that, but pretty much this building and that one, if opened to full capacity, these two valves can completely stop the flow of Niagara Falls. Now, on the Canadian side, there is a very similar setup where they also can tap and take it for their hydropower. There is currently a treaty between the US and Canada where we agree during tourist season and during the time of day to keep the falls at least 50% flow volume. At night and during the winter, they're allowed to drop down to 25%. This is where it happens, and it's really, really cool, and most people don't know it's here. This is where it happens. They can turn off Niagara Falls. Very cool. Just look how incredibly tall they are. Wow. So once that water is bypassed here in those two 25-foot tunnels, they go under the city of Niagara Falls, about 4.5 miles to the Robert Moses hydroelectric plant, where it's turned into electricity, which is used here and sent downstate. I'm going to zoom in here, and that off in the distance is the city of Niagara Falls. If you look here, you can see the mist coming off the falls. Here's a side of Niagara Falls that most people don't get to see. This is a sign on the river that is warning all boaters that this is kind of the point of no return before you hit the falls. We're that close. Looking back in the distance there, you can see the two towers where I just was. Beautiful shot of the river in Canada. Well, maybe this fence isn't so beautiful, but that's beautiful. I hope this was a bit of a distraction for some people. It's not one of my more exciting vlogs, but it's a reach out to let everybody know that I'm okay. As a vlogger, you tend to want to hold on to your anonymity, so it's tough to kind of drop that facade and let people see the real you. There's always that character that you put on when you get in front of the camera, and to not be that character and just be yourself and go around to parks and whatnot. So hope that everybody's doing okay. Just know we'll get through this. Hope everybody stays safe. There are a few vloggers out there I'd love to give shout outs to. Way too many. Y'all know who you are. Your daily vlogs are getting me through this. Very awesome. Please keep them up. I'm enjoying them thoroughly. That's all I have. Well, I hope you enjoyed this vlog as much as I enjoyed making it. If you did, please consider throwing me a big thumbs up down below. If you're new to my channel, check out some of my other vlogs. If you like them, consider subscribing. If you subscribe, be sure and hit that bell so you receive all notifications of any new vlogs I put up in the near future. Till next time, bye-bye and stay safe. I'd like to give a shout out to all the truck drivers out there. Guys are doing an amazing job.